We bought a new carry-on suitcase for our upcoming Japan trip, and I'm super excited. This is the July Carry-On Light. Not only is it a cute little suitcase in a pretty clay color, it is also the lightest weight rolling hard-sided suitcase that I know of. It weighs just 1.8 kg, which is a little less than 4 pounds. I'll explain here in a minute why weight is so important when you're flying places like Japan or anywhere throughout Southeast Asia. As far as size, this is a small suitcase. The listed dimensions are 21.25 height, 14.17 width, and 7.5 inches depth, and it holds 32 liters. In general, when you're traveling in Japan, it's a good idea to pack as light as possible, especially if you'll be traveling from city to city, hopping on and off trains, like the times that our family has used the 7-day JR Pass or the Hokuriku Arch Pass. You're going to want a suitcase that's small and light enough to lift up into the overhead area. But there is another scenario when it's even more important for us to pack light, and that's when we're going to be taking an airplane flight within Japan. For instance, on our winter trip, we're going to be flying from Tokyo up north to Sapporo. When we fly within Japan, the restrictions for carry-on luggage or cabin baggage include not only the maximum dimensions that your bag can be, but also a weight allowance. For example, on Peach Airline, each passenger can bring a personal item bag and a carry-on. However, for those two bags combined, they must not exceed a weight of 7 kg, which is 15.4 pounds. Some carry-on suitcases weigh more than 7 kg when they're empty. Japan Airlines and ANA are a little bit more generous. Each person can bring a personal item and a carry-on, and the combined total weight of those two can be 10 kg or 22 pounds. At 1.8 kg, this suitcase weighs the same amount as my 14-inch MacBook Pro in this laptop sleeve. Let's see how that compares to the other carry-on suitcases we own. 2.50 kg. This next one is Eminent brand. We bought a set years ago at a mall in KL, and we were looking for the lightest weight option that they sold, and that's why we got this set. Weighs 2.80 kg. This is an expandable one. Next is the 22-inch Delcy that we got as part of a Costco set. That is also weighing in at 2.80 kg. So for an option like this, it's 1 kg, around 2 pounds heavier than the July Carry-On Light. Height-wise, this is about the same as our other 21-inch over here, but see, it is a very narrow suitcase. I was kind of shocked when I saw how small the box was that this came in, that how can there be a suitcase in there? It's because it does not have a lot of depth here. Here's what it looks like inside. Each side just has a simple mesh zip over. Here's the first example of how I could pack this suitcase if I'm working with a 7-kilogram limit for carry-on baggage. This is my minimal winter travel capsule wardrobe that I will pack for our winter trip to Japan. I showed all these outfits and what's included in a separate video. On this side, I'm packing my extra pair of shoes. These are ballet flats. I'd be wearing my snow boots onto the airplane. And I have my jacket rolled up, just trying to fit things between these bars here. And this compression packing cube is my puffy jacket. I would wear my wool hoodie sweater on the airplane, so that's not getting packed. This has my winter accessories like wool socks, a thin beanie, and my mittens in there. This is coming in at 6.98 kg, so it's right under the 7 kg carry-on limit. Now in this scenario, I only packed my winter clothes, no toiletries, electronics, or my purse. Now this could work for our family of 5 because I redistribute everybody's allotment. I would count this as my toddler's carry-on, and then I would count my backpack where I carry my laptop, important documents, and other essentials as my carry-on. If you're just one person traveling alone, keep that in mind that you just get the 7 kg total. Here's an example of packing for a warmer trip just for myself. In this packing cube, I have 3 merino wool dresses and 1 cardigan. In this packing cube, I have just 1 long sleeve shirt, a thin pair of wool pajamas, 2 tank tops, and a lighter weight pair of leggings. I've switched to thinner, lighter weight merino wool underwear, plus my swimming suit and my sun hat. That fills up this half of the suitcase. I've swapped out my ballet flats that I would wear on the airplane, and now this is a summery pair of sandals, my hydro flask tumbler, my spare glasses in case I were to lose my glasses. This is a linen bag that I could use as my day bag. I always like to carry a shopping tote with me when I'm traveling. And then in this linen bag, I have toiletries. All of my toiletries are solids, so no liquids that I would have to remove at security. Toothbrush, I have powder shampoo, you just add water and it foams up. A solid face moisturizer by Atique. Tooth powder that works instead of toothpaste. I have a little hairbrush, and under that in the bag is a little comb. Solid deodorant, also by Atique, and a face wash as well. I have some other basics up here like tweezers, razor, lip balm, a mirror, some hair ties, and a bag that has nail clippers in it. This fits right in between the bars here. The final item is my Lily Jade crossbody purse that I wear while I'm traveling. Technically, I would be wearing this, but I just want to show that it fits within the weight restriction. I have a snack in here, my phone charger. The one item I'm not showing right now is my phone since I'm using it. Empty glasses case so I can take my glasses off on the airplane. I have some tissues, wipes, and cough drops in here. Also my lip balm, my little card case where I keep my driver's license, credit card, debit card, my passport, which I would be holding while I check in, and a really thin wallet. Packed like this, it weighs 6.80 kg, so within 7 kg, even if I include my phone. Here are some features to look for when shopping for suitcases. We've personally learned the hard way that when you get cheap quality items, they cause a lot of frustration. We prefer to pay a bit more for quality. The first thing I look for is double spinner wheels. I had to wash these already just wheeling it around the house. They got really dusty and dirty. On a couple of our Japan trips, we used our cute little My Melody suitcase, which only has single spinner wheels, and it caused me a lot of trouble. When we were on a really smooth surface, I could roll it on all 4 wheels just fine, but when we were anywhere where it was bumpy, like outside on the sidewalks, it kept getting stuck, and so I'd end up having to drag it behind me. It both feels heavier that way, and also when you're in super crowded places, it's not very polite to be dragging a suitcase behind you. So definitely look for the double spinner wheels. Another thing to shop for is YKK zippers, which are the industry standard. I also like to make sure that the spine of the suitcase here is well constructed. Like this one, you can see that there's stitching on both sides of this piece where it's gonna open up like a book. On our Delsey suitcase that we got from Costco, the first time we checked it in, the spine already ripped and started coming apart. I also like the convenience of a TSA lock like we have right here. I thought that was standard on all suitcases these days, but the Costco Delsey ones we got don't even have a lock on them. July Luggage also comes with a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects for things like the wheels, the zippers, and the handles. You can read all the details yourself. July offers multiple different lines of luggage, some of which weigh much more than their light line. Within the light line, there is the July Carry-On Light, which weighs 1.8 kg and holds 32 liters. There is also the Carry-On Light Expandable, which weighs 2.2 kg and holds up to 40 liters. They also have a Checked Light, which is 25 inches tall and holds 70 liters. And there is a Checked Plus Light, which is 30 inches tall and holds 100 liters. I believe even that largest one does not count as oversized baggage for riding the Shinkansen trains because it's not very deep of a suitcase. July is an Australian brand, but they ship to multiple different countries. If you spend over a certain amount, you can get free shipping to Australia, New Zealand, and the USA. If you're located in Malaysia or Singapore, you can shop July Luggage at the Planet Traveler. If you're trying to travel super light, then a rolling carry-on suitcase is not your lightest weight option. You could easily find a backpack that weighs about half as much. However, in our packing strategy for a family of 5, I do like to include a couple rolling carry-on suitcases. It allows me the opportunity to take some of the weight off of my back, especially if I'm also wearing my toddler in the carrier. As a family with 3 young kids and traveling long term, we do check in a suitcase, but there are certain items that I also like to bring on the airplane with us. For instance, my husband and I each have our backpacks with our laptops, important documents, and other essentials that need to stay with us. And then we take a family weekender carry-on bag where I pack things like snacks and sweaters, items that we're going to use during our airplane flight. The rolling carry-ons are where I'm hoping to pack as much of our clothes as possible. We will be flying from the tropics into freezing cold weather, which means we need our winter clothes right away. I'm worried if I were to check all of our clothes in, the possibility of our suitcase getting lost or delayed, we'd be in trouble. So I'm going to see how much I can fit into these suitcases. We'll see how it all comes together. As we get closer to our trip, I will share everything that we're packing for our winter snow trip to Japan. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the July carry-on light, and please subscribe for more packing tips and travel inspiration.